when I won that 125, I ended up finishing the night. Well, okay, that's what was, okay. What was nice about the win is that if I hadn't gone to the casino, if I hadn't won,
I don't think that was Gold Coast.
I think it was Gold Coast because I ended up after the night only having spent about $30.
Well, that's the night we had 28 drinks.
Well,
if I remember correctly.
That's what I mean. We had a lot of pints and all that stuff. And I remember by the end of the night, I only ended up having spent, like, from my bank account, like $30. So maybe I didn't win 125, but I won enough money that I didn't gain any money, but I didn't spend as much money that night as I was going to spend anyway. Like, if I didn't win, I would have probably spent like $200.
It's funny. We put all the gear over to film in Gold Coast, and I was in a really shitty mood the whole time.
It's a real shame we didn't film in Gold. I feel like if we went now, I feel like we'd bang out at least 2 episodes in Gold Coast.
But we weren't really filming much, and
I think
we weren't even vlogging.
I
filmed like nothing.
Yeah, I was also not in a great mindset either. So it was.
We were both.
It was both of us were kind of like we did need a holiday first of all, and also we needed an actual holiday. It
wasn't really a break though. We needed a holiday after that holiday. Yeah, because we just did. We literally. This is not over exaggerating. We would wake up at about 2 o'clock.
Well, when he says he would sleep in.
Whatever.
I would normally wake up like maybe 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour before he would.
We wake up at Christ knows what hour. We would wait.
But that's because we were partying till fucking like 3 a.m.
So we would do that, and then we would wait a few hours, and we would drink
there was a single night.
Early AMs, and then just do it all again. Yeah. So at the end of that period, I remember I got to like maybe like the second last day. I remember just waking up going like, I feel physically ill.
Yeah.
My chest, my head, my nose. I remember waking up and being like, I felt so shitty. Like we started our first night on the Gold Coast, and we had 28 drinks. We literally met these random people they were nice people, but they could have been anybody. And we let them into our fucking hotel, and we hanged out with them.
We went to bed about 10 a.m.
So like, we literally
or 8 a.m. Yeah.
We got in that night, and then we
full literally on sunriser. Like,
oh my god, and I'm not that proud of that night because I literally went to therapy when I got back and was like, yeah, I'm not happy with myself.
What have I done?
I didn't do anything wrong per se, but like I didn't. This was when I woke up. I was like, this is not how I want to act.
Yeah.
So you know, but then we continued the rest of the fucking holiday.
You know what's so ironic is that in Bali we filmed 2 fucking podcasts. But I don't think...
The first one's very long as well. The first one's like an hour and a half.
I think Bali, probably the latest that we stayed out was maybe like 1 a.m. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we did too late in Bali.
Yeah.
But in Gold Coast, I feel like the earliest that we finished tonight was like 3 a.m.
Dude,
like, do you know what I mean?
It was a really good time, but like...
It was so weird that on the trip that we partied more, we were less creative.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily...
No, you're not. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that it's linked. I'm just saying it was weird that it just happened to turn out that way.
I was talking to this girl in like a couple of days later. Like we were in this fucking pub which we'd gone to on the first night. We'd done karaoke. I have our full videos. He sung Winner. I sung Angels.
Oh yeah, I did.
I had never since that day looked at that footage because I could not come to imagine how embarrassing it is. By the way, not to mention, we are fully suited up that night.
Yeah,
I was wearing bow ties.
We were proper.
I have suspenders. We were fully, because we went to the casino, we were fully suited up.
Yeah.
And you were
suited up. Man, that was a great night. That was
I'll never get out to the day I die. But I was in that pub a few days later, and I was chatting to this girl for a solid hour, like, we didn't kiss or anything, but flirting, you know, all that kind of thing. And then she tells me she has a boyfriend. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Why are girls like that?
Oh, fuck that night. Yeah.
And then she was like, but I don't believe in love, so it's not cheating. And I was like, honey.
And then actually, what was so weird, so you spoke to her for another like hour after that. At least
I didn't do anything though.
No. No, here's where the story gets weirder, right? You spoke to her for another hour afterwards. And then I was pretty drunk, so I went up to her after you stopped talking to her, and I was like, look, I'm trying to help out my mate. I want to make sure he's on his game can I ask for some feedback on how he did tonight?
What? You did this?
Yeah, I did this. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
don't.
So
What did she say?
She was like, yeah, he's good. He's really nice. And she was like, I'm in a relationship, so there was nothing I could do. And she was kind of like, look.
Oh yeah, okay, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So she was like, look, I think that he should have got the hint. Not saying that. No. What she was saying was.
Excuse me.
What she was saying was.
This girl.
What she was saying was, you should have gone after someone who was more willing to.
She alluded to go back to
I
room.
know. No. But what I'm saying is, it's always going to be harder to sleep with someone who has a boyfriend than not. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's
After
what
she told me that, I didn't crack anything. How dare she?
No, anyway, what I'm saying
She flirted
is,
with you.
well, this is where the story gets weirder, right?
There you go.
So I spoke to her, and then I went over to these girls who were outside.
At this point, I had left because I left in a hissy because I
yeah.
was getting really pissed off, and I was like, I'm going home.
Yeah, Conor was like, I'm going home, and I was like, well, I'll just have a fucking laugh. I was being a bit of a, I was drunk, and I was like, fuck
You
it.
were being a bit cunty, I'll admit it. That's why I left.
I didn't admit it, so
No, yeah, sorry, must have been true. No, Dan gets this thing in his head where it's like, you need to talk to every fucking girl that walks past you. And I'm like, bro.
No.
come
Yeah,
on.
I was being a bit of a twat, but at the same time, I was just having fun. I was making jokes. So I went up to her, I had a chat, and Conor was like, all right. Well, look, to be fair, I don't think you were that pissed. You were just like, look, Dan, I'm going to go back to the room.
We went to go to Sin City and the line was out the door, and I was like, I'm fucking out. I'm
Yeah,
going
so
home.
so we said, fuck it. You went back to the room. I was like, all right, I'll have a chat, and then I come back.
You were trying to find me a woman. You were like,
yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I went and chatted to this girl. She gave me the feedback. And she said you were nice. She said you were good talking to, but she just was like,
I'm
go
not
after
addicted
the
to girls. Like,
No, yeah. She was just saying like, that it was just the wrong person to choose. And she wasn't saying that was your fault. It was just, anyway. So then from her, I went over to talk to some other group of girls that were outside of a club. And I was like,
No,
hi, I just want to ask, like, I have a friend, he's single. He's trying to look for girls. We're on holiday together. I really want him to be successful and I want him to have a good time. Do you have any like tips that I can pass on to him, or do you have anything that I can? And they said, yeah, come in to the strip club. And I was like, wait, what? And they were like, come in and have a dance with us. And I was like, wait. Are you strippers? And then they were like, yeah. And then they were like, yeah, come, bring your friend in, have a couple of dances with us. He'll love it. And I was like, no, hold on. This is a conflict of interest. You can't tell me.
they just wanted to.
And then, so I was talking to them and I was like, no, I'm asking for genuine criticism, like genuine feedback. Like, what can I tell him? How can I help? And they were like, tell him to come in here. And I said to them, I was like, you know what? Right now, I just feel like a piece of meat to you. You just want my money. This is disgusting. And I said, I was like, how dare you try to use me like that?
What did they say?
And well, they were like, oh, well, now you know how we feel. And I was like, and you know what? I feel sorry for you. And then I walked away. But then it gets even weirder. Are you ready for this?
I know this.
Yeah, you do know this.
I know the story.
So
I
then-
literally sat in the corner watching you do your bit.
So then I walked away from the strippers and I went back to these other girls who were sitting. And actually one of the girls was the girl you were talking to. And they were sitting
Sorry, while you tell the story, I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Yeah, go ahead. So I walked back over to this other group of girls who were sitting at it was kind of like a bus stop, but it was just a bench because there wasn't any buses around. And they were waiting for an Uber. But weirdly enough, the girl that Conor had been talking to was not... she didn't get into the Uber with the girls because I started asking them. I was like, oh, I already talked to you, but can I ask your friends? The friends didn't really want to say much. And so they kind of were like, we got to go. And they left. And I was like, well, why aren't you leaving? And she said, well, I drove here. I parked my car. What did she call it? She literally said, she was like, I parked my car, but... Well, she said, I parked my car over there. She pointed like over there. And she said, to get to it though, I have to walk through Rape Alley. And I was like, what the fuck kind of shit? Like, what are you talking about? So I said to her, I was like, well, then can I walk to your car? So the girl that Conor ended up talking to for about 2 hours, I ended up walking her back to her car through Rape Alley, by the way. I was unscathed.
Were you okay?
Yeah, I didn't, there were no rapes, thankfully. So that was okay. That was good. And it was like a 10, 20 minute walk. It was probably longer than that because I was drunk. And I walked her back to her car and she was like, well, do you want to lift home now? And I was like, well, you know, I didn't fucking walk you to your car for nothing. Like,
We're not even that far away. We're like 10 minutes away.
and then she drove me home, and you know, she dropped me outside the hotel I came up. But I swear she was fucking drunk, and so that was pretty wild. That
No, she was high. She was on MDMA. She told me.
my fucking-
Also, I just remembered.
I didn't know she was high. I didn't know she was
just
high. Was she was
remembered-
high that night.
Yes, she told me, and I just remembered she subscribed to this channel.
Hey,
Hi. I told her to subscribe. Literally, when I was taking a piss, I just remembered she subbed to this and my channel,
That's so funny.
which worried me a bit because I didn't do anything, obviously, but I was
Yeah.
like, hang on a minute, now she knows my name.
That is so funny.
But yeah, she subbed to this channel. She could be a loyal viewer of the podcast.
Well, she'll comment. She'll be like, "Hey, my feedback was much harsher than you made it out."
She was like, actually, now that I'm sober, what a cunt.
Actually, I got a lot of worse things to say.